Hello and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land. Yes, I know my headshot is fucked up a little bit. Let me just fix that real quick. Oh yeah, that's a good way to start off the YouTube video. Demonetized. Yeah. All right, before we jump into the action, we have a few short announcements that we have to make. The first of which is yes, my face is not on this right now. Um yeah, I can't use my camera today. Sorry about that, everybody. However, we are still here. We are still going to have some fun, and this is going to be the very last game that we do for an entire week. I'm going on vacation. When we come back next Saturday, there is going to be a special here. The first cast show of the new Embrace community is happening. A fully paid cast of amazing content creators are brought together to be actors inside of our little role playing piece of heaven here. Everything they do will affect everybody, and it is going to be glorious and fun. In addition to that, if you are watching this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. We upload usually about 14 times a week, so I mean, you get plenty of D&D content out there for you if you just want it. Though most of the time it is just our usual games. However, these all matter in the grand scheme of our living universe. So, yeah. Aside from that, if you are watching this on the Twitch channel, definitely, follow the channel, drop a subscribey, see if that helps us out a little bit. It definitely does. We are still doing our weekly lore dump sub goals this week because we only have 2 days of streaming. I lowered the goal down to 20. And if we hit that, then when I come back from vacation, there will be a lore dump for everybody. But if you want to support the cast, support the great show that we're going to be making, please swing on by next Saturday, 6 p.m. EST, over at twitch.tv/ProDMJoey, and you get to watch this amazing cast of people. And yeah, drop some bits. All bits that we accumulate on that day go into the pockets of our creators. So, without further ado, let's jump over here. Sterling, want to tell us what had happened last session?
Sure. So Sarah received a letter that tells us that we need to leave Nicodranus and the coast, and that failure to do so would be bad for us as they see us as competition. So we decided. We also learned that Trent is in Phelan, and he's working with two Volstruckers. One is Reginald, who's also known as the Bleeding Edge. The other thing we learned about that is that Reginald seems very helpful to local people. He's made a good name for himself with the locals. We also learn of a safe house that's owned by a friend of Jenna, and we decide to leave town to set a trap for whoever may be following us. And as we're leaving town, we don't go real quick. We go at a moderate pace so that we can be attacked. And Oana discovers someone underneath our wagon, and a fight ensues. We are trying to take this person alive, but at the last minute, Sterling kills the assassin with an Eldritch Blast, and we were unable to take them alive. And we did get a few items off the person. I believe there was a letter as well, and there was some conversation going on back and forth, noting that they're glad that we made ourselves known or something like that. And that's what I have on my notes.
Alrighty. So, you all are staring at the dead body of the would-be assassin before you. You've already picked through, looted it excessively. And you do see that there are travelers way down the road currently heading in your direction.
We might want to get rid of this.
I suggest we take it with us. It might be useful later on.
Well, at least in the back of the wagon, no one can see it.
Do you have a tarp or something like that belongs to a tent that we can cover it with in case?
We just purchased 2 tents, didn't we?
We did.
Perfect.
Give me a quick survival check, Taryn.
Oh god. Why survival?
Because that's what it takes to hide something. 16, not bad. You cover it up fairly nice. You make it look like you're setting up a tent. As you see the wagon of individuals pushing past you, they turn and look at the side of the road and go, "You know, only a couple of more miles out, there's actually like a campsite for y'all. You don't need to stack up on top of rocks." And then they just keep going.
She just waves as they go by. But I'm just imagining the cartoon where it's like, you know, there's the tent and then there's a bump.
Yup, bunch of rocks.
That was over a little faster than I was expecting.
What? We should keep going. There's no guarantee that this is the only one out here to get us, and I would be more comfortable on the move rather than stationary.
I agree. I feel like if we're moving, we're more likely to at least have some element of surprise, or at least make it somewhat more difficult for them to find us.
But in a way, we did get what we were looking for. We wanted one to come after us, and they did. Now we just need to find a way to converse with this fellow. He's not very talkative at the minute, but maybe where we're going, we might be able to find someone who can help us with that.
Ain't there I think we talked about this before, that isn't there a shrine to the Raven Queen there? And if she's all about death, I'm sure death isn't really standing in her way.
One would presume not, but I also remember being told that all the clerics belonging to that temple were slaughtered, so hopefully at least one managed to hide in a cabinet and survive through to help us, but we'll see.
Poopy.
Perhaps one was out on a errand or something.
She's so fluffy.
She's wet because she got a bath today, and she wants my nuggies.
She knows she's pretty.
Yes, well, it is. We will need to set up camp for the night. Maybe we move ahead to the other campsite, or at least find a good place to camp besides here, and then keep moving in the morning. Or we can try to travel most of the night.
If y'all are comfortable sleeping in the back of the wagon, and you trust me with the reins, I can help us make up some time.
So take turns rather than.
Don't see any reason not to.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you just shove the body in the back of the cart and take off?
I think so.
Alrighty.
I think I'm envisioning the body like inside the. You know how when you go to set up a tent, you kind of pull it out, then set it up. So I think it's inside the body, and then roll up the tent.
I will.
Like a rug.
Yeah.
I will need a group deception check. Everybody participates in this, because you are traveling with a dead body for about 3 days.
I thought y'all were experts at this.
Oddly, we are.
Come on, Kai, roll a 1. Damn it. I had hoped Kai would fuck it up.
Oh,
Ironically, he's better than the person named Sneak.
I got +1, so rolling 1 is.
And then there's Sterling over there with a 28.
Yeah, super casual about this. Every time you pass someone, just makes a sly joke to Oana about ripping ass, so they don't suspect the smell.
It's not like this is the first time I've had to do this.
I don't know if it's just me, but I can't hear Sneak at all when he talks.
Oh,
That's
we go.
because the mic is super
Alright.
far from them. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear now.
I don't remember him talking at all. So,
Nope.
Nope, can't hear.
Speak.
so
I heard but that was it. You
Can
might
I
need to
roll-
move your mic within 2 feet of your mouth.
oh, the microphone is literally like.
Yeah, that's really far. That
Just hold it
microphone
up
does
to your
not have a
face.
very large, area.
I'm assuming it
better.
was pointed. Yeah, I'm assuming it was pointed up. But
Yeah. It's not much further away than it
There we
usually
go.
was.
There it is. That's a lot
Is that
better.
better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a range that microphone just picks up, and you were outside of it.
Yeah, it's not great. I might invest in a better one eventually.
The snowball's not bad. It's just you need an arm to keep it in front of your fucking face. That's
Yeah.
the worst thing about it.
Where's some duct tape?
Well, I was trying to find the stand earlier, but I don't know where that's gone. So
Well,
that's fine.
You know
If it's
how
working
far
right now,
away
that's
my
good.
microphone is from me. It's like 6 to 8
True.
inches. Yeah. But that's so you don't get background noise. But anyways, you all travel across this area for the next 2 to 3 days, trying to be sure that you're not bringing any suspicion onto you. You do hear the gripe and complaining of individuals who have to smell the decaying body just loosely thrown in the back of your cart.
That is going to be very difficult to sleep next
Basically,
to
got
after
it.
about 2 days. Because
Uh,
it's the Menagerie Coast and it's warm here.
oh, it's humid and warm. Yeah.
I'm starting to regret our choice here. Can we just leave this on the side of the road?
There is a more macabre option if y'all are
We only need
in the mood. Yeah.
Sneak just pulls out his short sword and starts sawing.
Sarah kind of like grabs your hand. Or no, Sarah's not here. Never mind. Yeah, no, if you let them do that, they'll do it. Because I thought you guys were going to have them, reanimated.
Oh god, no. Speak with dead.
Oh, that's all. Cool.
What do we do with the rest of it? Do we bury it? What do we do?
The cart's moving at this point, right?
Unless you
Are
pull
there
off the
are there
doodle.
rocks
doing-
nearby?
No, it's as this conversation's happening, Sneak just drags the body or lifts the body to the end, like the rear of the cart, and rolls it off.
Wait, I would, if you were going to try to cut off the head inside the cart, I would protest because that's going to make a mess, rigor mortis or no. So
Blood is at this point.
We only
that's
got
not
half
how
of
dead
that.
bodies work.
Like, it's not gonna.
Well, the blood is still in there.
Yeah, I mean, if it's
It's
started
just
making a
going
mess,
to
I would've-
spill out now, like overflow from a fountain.
Stop
It's like
the
a
cart.
Go-Gurt.
We're going to drag this guy out and cut off his head.
Nah, I'm just doing it while it's moving. I'm holding the head over the back of the car. Just spill out.
All right, so you just kick the body onto the main road between Nicodranas and Port Zune, and keep going, holding the head in your hand.
Yeah, I mean, I put the head in like a cloth wrap. I wrap the head up nice and
Mhm.
securely.
Or wait, we have a portable hole. Why did no one suggest that?
I don't know.
I don't know about it.
I don't
You
know
like-
about it either. I'm pretty sure.
This was a spur of the moment thing from Sneak. Sneak was fed up of smelling corpse.
Oh well, just a Wednesday afternoon, I guess.
Typical
assuming
leisure
Sir-
travel.
I mean,
Yep, I'm assuming Sterling is riding shotgun while this is happening, and
just hear that thump. Like, what was that? Nothing.
Hearing the of the saw, like, I wonder what Kai's making.
So anyways,
So Are we gonna do the thing where Taryn drives during the day and I drive at night?
Sure.
We can do that.
Since oddly enough, Owana does not sleep ever.
That you're aware of.
One of those.
I only need 4 hours of sleep, but
Well, you need
Hallucination.
8 hours of rest. You need 4 hours of trancing.
yeah.
So light activities are still needed. Elves aren't that bullshit.
Well,
I mean, they are.
They're
but-
very bullshit, but they're not that bullshit.
Okay, sorry to jump in with something weird. I found out that elves are actually supposed to be short. Did y'all
Yeah,
know
they're like
that?
5'3", 5'4". You were thinking
Taryn's
of
like
Tolkien.
5'1".
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Tolkien. Yeah. Tolkien
So I'm
fucks everything up.
tall. Wow.
You're a very tall elf.
Well, half
How-
elf, but still.
Yeah.
How tall is Oana?
5'6".
Okay. Yeah, that is tall for a half elf.
Wait, is Sneak the big one here?
that's a good question. I'm 5'9". We're all pretty short.
No, I mean
No,
your
that makes
fantasy
Sterling or-
average.
Sterling's 5'11", right?
5'8".
5'8". Oh.
Sneak, you're the big
Wow.
one. You're the
Yay.
muscle.
I am them with my fucking 19. My mad.
Go talk to the big man. What? Just-
Sterling just looks tall because of his hat and the feather.
yeah,
Hmm.
His
Damn.
platform boots.
bards.
It's a Napoleon thing.
Just like Prince. He's wearing Prince shoes.
Artist formerly known as Prince.
So, anyways, after your 3 days of travel, you make it outside of Feolin, of Port Zune, as you were heading. You do notice this lovely white stone laid city. It's a very, how do I put this? Greek aesthetic. I believe it's Greece, or that place in Italy that's close to Greece, where a lot of the stones are built into different like sides, and there's many different platforms that you can walk across that lead down through waterfalls into more platforms and more platforms over towards the ocean itself. There's
Like
no
Sicily.
Yes, that one. There's no actual port or dock here. Not like when you were in Nicodranas. Here, the dock is just meant for sailors that would be coming through the area. And as you look around at everything around you, there is a very large presence of guards nearby.
Would I recognize it more than usual because I was here about 4 to 5 months ago?
Yes, way more than usual. Usually it's pretty relaxed here. I mean, there's a lot that happens in Port Zune, but usually there's only like the standard amount of guards. Right now, it is very, very active with them.
Hey guys, just be on the watch out. There seems to be more guards than usual. Than I remember, at least. Maybe I'm not observant enough.
Well, that would make sense with the attacks and murders.
Oh, right. That does make sense.
Maybe we should pull over to the side briefly.
Okay.
Has someone cleaned out the back of the cart?
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
thinking.
was-
We clean it out and we should pull over and Sneak. I've got a place for you to put that thing you've been.
Oh my.
Yes, we have a hole. Why did we not think of the portable hole? Shit.
I didn't want to
Wow,
get too much.
y'all have
gunk
a
on
portable
everything.
hole? I wish I had known that.
Maybe.
Just as we pull over, I'm gonna do the whole, walk around the cart and use prestidigitation to get rid of any dried blood or anything like that off the cart that might look suspicious.
Okay. Give me a survival check, Owana.
Oh no.
16. You get what you perceive as everything. It no longer smells, and that's the most important thing. Now it smells like lilac and daisies.
Perfect.
Little lemon twist.
Super
Interesting.
breeze.
And you shove the head in the hole.
Well, I don't shove it, but I get off, open up the hole, lower it down, lower the head down, pick up the hole, put it back in.
You get off? How kinky.
Are we just done with phrasing? Like we're not okay then? Sure.
Y'all are weird. Belt.
It's not D&D without sexual innuendos.
And puns.
Yeah. I ended last night's session with a beautiful pun. But anyway.
And you didn't like my Sheba puns.
Oh, that was bad. That was bad. As you all get into or towards the outer wall, you are approached by a handful of guards. One of which actually approaches up to the front. The rest are just, present there. The one who approached towards the front just places their hand on your horse and starts, petting the hair loosely, making sure it's okay. Then approaches over to Taryn and Sterling.
Afternoon.
Afternoon. What brings you over towards Port Zune today?
We are, we haven't been to the coast in quite some time, so we're doing a little bit of a holiday.
Holiday.
Yes.
With the state of how things are, that's a little
She points to the big teddy bear that's the stuffed teddy bear that's like up front.
Well, I mean, you are aware of the circumstance here in the coast. We have been alerted that the problems have been evaluated appropriately, but they're not quite done with them yet.
Oh, yes, but why should that stop love and fun and adventure? Going out and seeing places we used to go together, go for walks and whatnot.
I suppose so.
Does that make us your bulls?
What'd you
You
say?
broke up just a little bit.
I said, what does that make us, your bulls?
Well, so long as you're here for some vacationing, you need to be aware that there is a heightened presence of Selezos nearby. Please be on your best behavior. There will be zero tolerance for outbursts towards anybody right now.
Of course, we will certainly be on our best behavior.
Good. Did you hear that, guy? Just making sure you heard that.
I heard that.
Okay, cool.
Not gonna
So
listen to it.
I don't want y'all complaining when you go, I'm gonna fight the guard, and 10 guards capture you and throw you in jail.
That
worry,
was
the
not
only
me.
one we need
that was
to-
Snorlam.
I'm just saying.
The only one we need to watch out for are any small children nearby that Kai might go after.
Oh no.
It's true. They're the
What?
biggest.
Child, take me to your leader.
Oh,
That is pretty much what you did, let's be honest.
Eat.
But it worked. I don't understand how, but it did.
I mean, that's like the only place that could have worked.
a pickpocket he asked for information from. You got it.
Or the way I see it is, the child offered information to not be brutally assaulted by Kai.
True.
That's actually more fair. Yeah.
Regardless, information was had.
Reputation across the land as the testicle crusher.
He's not actually a monk, he's just really good at kicking people in the balls. Anyways, the guard pats your horse a couple of times, seems to be whispering a little bit to it, getting a feel for it, and all right, all of you have a good day. And they allow you
Yeah.
into the city. There you go. Now,
Taryn will lean over to Sterling. people can't usually talk to animals, can they? Like normal animals?
Most people can't that I know of.
Taryn, you would know better than most people because of your background that yes, there are a lot of groups of people who specifically know how to communicate with animals.
Well, then I'll ask that specifically about non-elven peoples.
Oh, yeah.
Most, as far as I know, can't. I mean, I'm sure there might be some magic involved for those that do, but to my knowledge, most it's not a natural skill. Let's put it that way.
That would be quite an ingenious, method of interrogating someone who's coming into an area. You don't talk to them, you talk to their horse, because this horse, he's seen some shit.
But is this Sterling's horse?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Oh god, no, that has definitely seen some shit. God.
Sterling's horse has been with him longer than any of you.
And Taryn's horse is. Did we? Because I think we had two to pull the wagon, and then we had Sterling's and Taryn's.
Yeah.
So we have 4.
3 right now. One was left for Sarah so that she can go
One
back.
was left for Sarah. Gotcha. So, yeah, so 3.
So yeah. You
So,
all.
How many times has your horse breached the Geneva Convention?
They don't call it
Less
a
than
war horse
10.
for nothing.
More than 5.
So yeah, all of you are in the town. Sterling and Taryn, your horses wouldn't betray you, but there is
This
the
new one is
newbie.
sus.
Yeah, I mean it's a white and black spotted horse. You've never had one before. It's definitely an empire breed. Who knows?
Dalmatian.
Yeah. I believe the term is Palomino.
It's a fascist horse.
I mean, I'm firmly of the belief that all horses are fascists.
In their own way.
Anything that runs on its fingers.
Actually, it's fingernails.
Also true.
Jesus Christ. Alrighty, D&D.
And is that big and is a prey creature. No, thank you.
Well, anyway, guys, welcome to Port Zune. Have y'all been here before?
I have.
Not from this section. Me and Kai and I passed through here by boat once. A year ago?
Oh, interesting. We were here at the same time. We just didn't even know it.
Well, it was our boat, so you may have even seen us. It was stolen-ish, gifted by people who probably could. It's complicated.
Well,
I don't even know where that boat is.
That's my
The-
favorite way of owning things is stolen-ish.
ish. I don't spend too much time on the docks. It's not a very popular area for people who don't have work there, but I'm happy to show you around if you're interested. Of course, after we deal with the business that we're here for, at least, I guess.
Question for all of y'all. Noble background, anybody? I know Sneak
no,
doesn't.
Exact opposite of that.
Yeah.
Not that
The
no.
ignoble background.
I am a commander.
Pick the
Yeah, that
ignoble
doesn't count, no. Okay.
Norlam was, technically, a little.
renowned turd.
So, as you are walking through the city, there is a beautiful expanse of different shops and businesses, all of which look to be packing up or already fully packed up and beginning to shut down. Very early for that as well. It's nowhere near dusk, and for a city that has lampposts positioned around it, that is very early. You would assume something like this would happen around dusk itself. The patrolling of many of the guards, it seems that the Selezos are assisting some of these merchants, filling up a bunch of their horses and wagons with goods from their shops.
I think
Is
we did
everyone
that, then I
leaving?
remember.
Looks like there's a curfew. It appears we have gone from the Empire to a port under martial law. Lovely.
Oh hell!
No, one of the guards shouts over. We are not under martial law, just certain business people wish to temporarily relocate.
Are they going to Phelan?
No! He looks at you like, what? That is a dumb question.
It's not a dumb question.
No,
It's nearby.
no, Phelan is worse. I mean, nothing is wrong, everything is good.
Perfect. Any recommendations on a good place to eat? Where's your favorite place?
The guard just sets down a large crate in the back of a wagon and wipes their brow a little bit, walking back over. There's not a bad place. The Visicord. They might still be open right now. I remember they're trying to get rid of the remaining stock before leaving. So, they specialize in unique and original sandwiches. Anything on a roll or a bun.
Isn't that all sandwiches?
Well, yes, but they have more specific tastes for theirs and more unique things that you can get as well.
Oh, it's going to be goblin meat, isn't it?
What? No, that's inhumane. Nobody would do that to a goblin. What?
I mean, it's
Might be-
inhumane to eat a goblin. Disgusting.
No, I mean like
I guess if you're
sliced
starving.
steak on a sandwich and cheese.
Perfect. And where is this place at?
Oh, it's right down the road. He points in some direction. You'll smell it before you get there.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes, of course.
I'm gonna shimmy up to the guard. So, I am a bit behind on my prayers, and I would like to pay my respects to the gods. Where are there temples in the city?
Oh, well, within the city limits, you can find most of the, more easily knowledgeable temples around here. That to the Platinum Dragon. There is a beautiful establishment to the Wild Mother. Then you can also, outside of the city, there is a, looks you up and down. Probably not your taste, so, yeah.
That's it.
What's
They
up-
only have
what's up-
3.
What's outside the city?
There's a temple to the Raven Queen, but you seem so happy. I doubt that is any association to your faith.
Is that the one? I heard it was. Is that the older one? I heard that there was a great temple here for the Raven Queen, just for looks.
Oh,
not for any-
great temple. I mean, it's a nice establishment outside of town. It's mostly a funeral site for many of the local Solezos or the Marquis.
Yeah.
But
Well, you're right. We don't really need to visit that temple, but thank you.
you're most welcome. Enjoy your time here in Port Zune. Be sure to have a good day. The general store has a 15% everything must go sale going on right now. In case you are wondering and you need to pick up anything, and I assume you're walking away as he's talking about this. Do you need general equipment for a 15% discount?
Do the whole back away slowly. Maintain eye contact.
Yes. Yep. Fascinating. And go.
Well, guys, I think we have a lead. Unless you're keen on those sandwiches, Sterling. Which, in case, let's make a short detour.
Yeah, I think we should just get a quick bite to eat, not talk any business while we are there, and then follow that lead.
To be honest, I think it is wise to not actually openly discuss our business anywhere here.
So we'll head to the
Onward to the sandwich shop.
Alrighty.
Yes, do you think it is under the way? For instance, sub the way?
Yes, I do, but better, more like the test kind.
They're not subs, they're hoagies.
That was very rough.
It was bad. I'm sorry.
It was very bad. You should be disappointed.
I'll drink more. It'll get better.
Minus a d4 on your next ability check, please.
Oh.
Yes. So anyways, you make your way over to the steak shop, or the sandwich shop, and you see that there are large hunks of meat that are just being cut, steamed, breaded, deep fried, cooked, everything, grilled, all of it. As you walk inside, you see this dwarvish looking woman currently chopping a bunch of steak on top of a large grill with these very long looking spatulas that just keep cutting and gashing into it quickly as they turn around and look at you all and go, Ed, how's it going? What do you need?
Yes, I'd like one of your Zune cheesesteaks.
Yep. Preference of cheese. We have pepper jack. We have Ulamads. We have Empire cheese. Which is
Your
American.
shop, I'll let you choose.
Pepper jack it is. And they just start chopping up a bunch of it, throwing some cheese on top, and mixing it all together, getting a nice bun, putting it directly on the grill to let it toast up slightly before scooping and slamming it on your sandwich, cutting it in half, and pushing it towards you.
Little
Now I'm
Fox?
hungry. My goodness. Spicy chicken with mushrooms, please.
Cheese?
No cheese, thank you.
Okay. And they start chopping up some chicken this time, shredding it to pieces and mixing it together with the mushrooms. They do add this like orange reddish looking sauce to it as they mix it around, and then just slam that onto your sandwich. Take a large bucket of water and throw it over the grill, and immediately steam ripples everywhere, and they just push off all of the, residual food from the two of you.
The spicy, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh god, I haven't had anything to eat today, and that is making me hungry.
These are 1 silver a piece, by the way.
Sold. I will have 2, please.
What kind? Do you want peppers? Do you
Heavy.
want onions? We have grilled onions. We have raw onions.
We want beef, we want grilled onions, and we want nutty cheese. Something with bite.
Pepper jack. And they go into it again.
You want some nut cheese?
You said something with a bite. Pepper jack. It's little pepper. I hate
Get
you.
your nut milk away from me.
Hey, nut milk tastes delicious. Thank you very much.
I don't trust it. Where's the breast on an almond?
Oh, you can find it.
It's on the tip.
It's on the tip. Yep.
Yeah.
But only for a minute.
Sterling will pay for Terrence.
Okay. Kai, are you getting a sandwich? The dwarf is now just staring at you.
Sure.
What do
He
you want?
likes him. He likes it with mayo.
Mayo on the good. Whatever.
Do you
Chops
have
it
a
up.
meatball sandwich?
Yes, we do.
I'll take a meatball sandwich.
Do you want some tomato
Meatball
sauce
with
on
mayo,
it?
Kai?
Sure.
No, you're not getting mayo on it.
Whatever comes with
I mean,
it.
the mayo comes.
No, you are not getting mayo on it. I
So
will
shut-
not do that. I'll kick you out of my shop.
I don't want mayo on it. Let's ignore him or her.
They set you up with the sandwich, just cut it in half for you. Now, Owana, you're the last one.
I'll just take a ham and cheese, Swiss cheese sandwich.
Do you want it grilled?
I
Nope.
just figured out the.
Do you want
mayo
some soup? We
reference.
still have some tomato soup on the side.
I'm good, thank you.
I'm still charging you a silver.
Sure.
Okay. And they make you a sandwich, crust.
Chop it off.
Okay. They cut very quickly cut it expertly, for
And
all
a
of you.
diagonal cut, I assume.
Of course.
Sure. Wink. Cuts it in half. Hands it over. 1 silver from each of you, please. Thank you. So, while the 3 of you are seated here, because the other 2 went AFK, what would you like to do?
So you
I
like?
know we don't want to discuss business, but there was one thing that I wanted to get squared up.
Oh, do you want me
After
to excuse myself? If you all have a
that's
private
fine.
conversation to make, I can leave you alone for a moment. It's no biggie. You know what? I can actually go out back and see if I can't hawk off some more meat. Yeah, I'll be back. They
Awesome,
point at you,
great.
Sneak. Hey, keep an eye on the shop. And just walk out.
After we finish our business here in Port Zune, are we going back to Neodranus?
That was my assumption, yes, to help you out with your friends.
Awesome, great.
I
Assuming
believe
that what we there is also the case that what we learn might keep us here or send us elsewhere, but I do hope to get back sometime soon.
Of course, that's it's really important to look out for yours, and I can tell that it upset you greatly, and you've been nothing but kind to us. So there's nothing to say except that we'll help you out too.
Excellent. And I'm just gonna check to make sure that, you know, we're actually alone in here. Should we go tonight or should we go immediately to the temple? And if we're going to speak with
the temple, I think, is worth the trip.
You kind of
Sneaky
cut out there.
Froze.
Yeah, I think my dad's on a work call, so the internet's being a bit stressed. Turn off the stream for now, just to save some bandwidth. Yes, I think that visiting the temple as soon as possible is a worthwhile discussion. I don't particularly want our passenger on board for any longer than necessary. God knows what we're going to do with it afterwards, but yeah, we have some discussions there and make our decision from that point on.
And
We still have
my,
a job to do here, and we probably get it done quickly.
of course, and my concern as well is that if everyone is jumping ship because it's dangerous, it would be suspicious for us to be out at night.
Did we ever ascertain from the guards whether there is a curfew or not?
I
What'd
don't
you
think
ask?
we asked.
No, the guard offered. No, there's no curfew. There's just shops closing up to leave.
Right, and everyone's getting the hell out of Dodge, and normally they want to be out before dark. That would be my assumption.
Yes, so of course, as soon as we're done eating, we can head back out.
One admittedly dramatic incident, and what, everyone's leaving the town? That seems a bit dramatic, don't you?
It might not be the incident, but how the city responded to it. If a place got attacked that wasn't anywhere related to what you might encounter yourself, it probably wouldn't bother you. But the fact that your daily life was disruptive by increased guard presence and, you know, different rules, that might be the driving force away. And sometimes for more not tourist related, but just businesses that rely on traffic of people. Not human trafficking. I mean, like,
Not going to go there. That was not where my mind went, but it's good to see what wavelength you're on.
yeah, but just like business, they might be operating at a loss right now. So they might, naively hope that they could do better in a different city. But it seems like the entire Menagerie Coast is, on its head right now. So there's really nowhere for them to go.
Well, then perhaps we need to consider that we're the only fools who run towards something dangerous. Everyone else runs away.
You do have a point. That might make us stand out a little more than we'd like. This all circles back to the idea that we should find our job, get it done, and leave, because the longer we stay here, the more we're going to stick out like people with something, with some kind of agenda.
Speaking of getting the job done, I'm not particularly well versed in speaking with the dead, but I do think we should know what we want to know before we do that.
This is a good point. Jerry, would I have any knowledge of how that kind of magic works? Like, would I know that you get 5 questions?
Roll an Arcana check. Let's find out. Hey, you're getting smarter. It's great. It's like you're leveling up.
Intelligence thing.
Not exactly the limit of 5 questions. You just know that when people use magic like that, they're not actually bringing the body back to life. They are asking the body the knowledge that it would have inside of it without disturbing the soul. However, the body is very animalistic and has basic comprehensions of its surroundings, but will still react as the soul would have wanted it to react out of instinct. Then there's a number of questions that would be asked. So, if the body recognizes you, it will not trust you because the person would not trust you.
It's like a library that has an attitude.
Yeah.
The librarian knows whether you killed it or not.
Can anyone disguise themselves?
Oh, I'm sure there's someone around here that can.
Not I.
I can, although it may work to our benefit that we're getting someone else to cast the magic. We give them the questions to ask. We point our friend at them so they can see us. They ask the questions.
You hear a loud knocking on the back door, and the dwarf pops their head back in. Sorry to disturb. You continue your conversation as you want to. Do any of you want some pastrami? I have so much of it back here, and I just need to get rid of it.
Done. Yes.
All right.
please.
We'll say 1 silver a pound.
Oh shit, that's a lot of meat.
It's pre-sliced.
I'll take 2 pounds, please.
Very good. They come over,
You-
and
you
they...
throwing some mayonnaise?
He turns towards you. Are you flirting with me? I mean, thank you for the compliment. I tend to my beard very well. I condition it daily. It's very, very nice. I can point you to the proper materials. It might help what you have going on top of your head.
I don't know if anything could help.
Kai just looks up at his hair and tussles it.
It would be divine intervention if he could actually look all right, I'm sure.
Sneak, you are given 2 pounds of pastrami. It will expire within a couple of days, so you kind of need to eat it.
Sneak is just going to be snacking on it throughout the rest.
Right.
Exactly.
And he'll throw in a, what is it? Oh, shit.
Spork.
No, what's the French bread?
The baguette.
Baguette. Sorry, I wanted to say bidet. I was like, no, that's not it. He throws in
There's
a
also
baguette for you for
brioche.
free. Oh, no, he's not giving you
Brioche.
brioche. Brioche is hard to make. baguettes are easy. He'll
There's
toss
like
you in a
400
baguette for
French
free.
breads.
Here you go. Here's you one. About a foot and a half long.
Thank you, kind sir, for your great food.
Oh, I'll leave you to your privacy again. I was just
No,
I was
we're-
counting my inventory and I have way too much of this shit.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're gonna be off again. So you're getting rid of everything. Where are you headed?
Oh, I have some family that lives up in Uthodurn. I think I can find my way over to Trustenwald easily enough, and who knows? Maybe take a year-long vacation from the shop. You know.
What's
It's
got
too bad
everyone heading out?
He checks outside. You points at Sneak. Go make sure there's no Celezo standing by, okay?
Got you.
Roll me a perception check.
Eating the pastrami.
Yep.
Takes a wander around.
Yep.
Oh, I'm so wise.
11. Unless they're hiding, there does not appear to be any terribly close to you. I mean, you can see them, but not terribly close. So they don't want us telling travelers about this, necessarily, but,
It's a good thing I am not a traveler. I am from the Menagerie Coast.
yeah, well, I never really liked the fucking rules anyways. Kinda stupid. I mean, why are you gonna regulate what meat is healthy to serve? I don't. But anyways, listen, if it don't stink, it's fine. That's my rule. It doesn't stink.
And
Did
some
anyone
meats,
read The Jungle?
Yeah.
some meats actually should, I think, as well.
Yeah, not in my shop. But anyways, yeah, there's a this monstrosity over in Pheolin that it decimated an entire fleet of Celezo boats by itself. Right now, Pheolin's on full lockdown. Everybody who was there has already been evacuated. These creatures stretch on for like miles and miles and miles, and they actually called in the Slayers Guild to help out with it.
Really now?
Yeah, they
Is that
they
now?
had to put out an emergency call to them.
Is
Did
that
they-
why we couldn't catch a boat?
Yeah. Yeah, no, all sea travel is not permitted on the Menagerie Coast right now. These creatures, I mean, they literally decimated entire boats with ease. And as far as I know, no one's been able to actually like kill one yet.
And it's from the lockdown that everyone is trying to get away.
Well, Pheolin, let's just say some of us with deeper pockets are pretty confident that if something is happening that bad over there that they're not handling, if it gets this far over here, we want to be out before it's an issue. So,
That makes perfect sense.
yeah. So, anybody interested in buying some more meat? I mean, I'm probably gonna go on vacation, spend some time with my family up in Uthodurn, maybe pick up blacksmithing. It's been a long time. I think I have
it's
a
a
couple
shame.
cousins.
Do you have prosciutto?
Yeah, I do.
I'll take a pound of that if you've got it.
All right, 1 silver. It runs like, oh, well, before that, any other requests? Yeah.
No, it's just a shame that you're not going to be starting another restaurant. I was hoping to eat wherever you started a new restaurant up at.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. But I think, having a change of pace now and again might be healthy for you. I've been doing the same thing for 20 years.
Understood.
About time I do something a little different. Who knows? Maybe I might pick up whittling too. Strokes his beard. I always thought that was pretty cool. You know how people made whistles out of wood? Pretty cool.
Or beard care. Yours is fantastic.
Oh, thank you. I actually do have this wondrous recipe. You're right. I might be able to start marketing that. Who knows? Good idea. I like it.
It's something you could do while you're on the move as well.
Not so much, but yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get the proper materials. It's very expensive. But I mean, He gestures to his beard, which is a glorious, even by Dwarven standard, beer. Like, it's not strained, it's not, like, ragged at all. There's no grease or anything inside of it, despite the fact that he is sweating from working. It is a glorious, large beard. But anyways,
Thank you again, and we must be off.
All right, let me go get you your prosciutto. Huh? Any last-minute requests?
That's all I want.
I'll give you a whole Christmas ham for 1 gold.
Done.
Alrighty. He goes in the back, comes back with a fold of prosciutto for 1 silver, and he hands you a 10-pound ham
Oh Lord.
for 1 gold. It probably will be spoiled within 3 days.
Well, at least we'll be eating half the hog for
Oh, damn
a
it.
few days.
Shall we?
In the literal sense.
Yeah.
Let's keep that in the hole. It might last a bit longer than a pack.
No, don't put it in there. Not right now.
Why not?
I'd have to agree with Snake on that.
Right.
I'll just carry it.
Well, best of luck to all of you. They wave and,
Thank you.
yeah, of course, take care. Oh, if you're ever up in, Uthadern's area, look up the, Bronze family, okay?
Will do.
Alright.
Just have one thing in my inventory called ham.
Ham.
It's 10 pounds.
This is a lot of ham.
So we start heading out, and start thinking about your questions. And right before we get in, we'll put our questions together, and then I can ask the questions once we have them together.
I mean, the obvious.
Are you? What was that, Sneak?
The obvious question is, who sent you? Where can we find them? And
What are we competing over? What's the prize?
why were you sent? That's 3 questions. And then any extra information we get from that, we can elaborate on with the final questions we have if there are any left over.
I can't write that fast.
I recommend not asking questions that the individual wouldn't know. I'm not familiar with this magic, but if it's limited in any way, which is the only scenario in which it would matter, we don't want to waste questions asking things beyond the scope of this person's knowledge. We should keep it to what they would understand. I think it is important to ask what they know of us, because then that tells us how they learned about us.
That question I like.
Because if they don't know about me, then it could be something y'all did before arriving in the Menagerie Coast. Or if it's about me, then I'm the one that brought this attention to y'all. Or if it's, I don't know.
We bring
Sarah?
plenty attention to ourselves. Don't worry about it, darling.
I was going to say, if it's something before we got here, that is a long list.
Well, they do seem rather interested in the Menagerie Coast, so it stands to reason that it would be something that happened since y'all arrived, but it's important, I think, to know exactly what.
I agree. Still.
So, who sent you to assassinate the group? Where can we find the people that sent you?
Why were you sent?
Why were you sent? What?
To
Well, that's
assassinate?
pretty obvious to kill us, I think.
No, that's what were you sent to do? That's not why. Why were you sent to kill us? Although I suppose because my told me to.
Yeah, the myriad, if that's who
What?
they are.
Well,
follow
we could
orders.
always ask what they would gain from killing us. What his group would gain.
That's better. I like it more.
I think they made that clear. They just want us out of the way. They see us as an obstacle. I'm more
Right.
interested in locating them. So
I think that is more important.
if we could ascertain the identity of one of those people and told us about, I think that would be extremely beneficial. So let's consider asking what the name of the person who sent him is.
Yeah, who sent you to assassinate the group?
Already?
Or what is the name of the person who sent you to assassinate us? Because he could just say my boss.
Right, and then or you could say Jim Jones. That doesn't get us any further. And as we discuss these, we might be giving the gods ideas.
I'll be honest with you, half of this discussion I wasn't paying attention.
Cool.
Yeah.
I missed part of it too because I was writing.
Yeah.
Just like
Dude, your
Oh, no,
internet
Steve.
really sucks.
The sneak froze.
Oh, he
for
did.
God's sake. I pay for the good internet. Why is it so shit?
I'm surprised my internet hasn't cut out. Up in the mountains, I get like 1 megabyte an hour.
All right, we keep heading out.
Supposedly I'm getting 30 down right now, so I don't know what the fuck's going on.
So far we have who sent you, where are they, what is their name, and what do they know of us?
Well, I'll tell you what I have. Because who has sent you to assassinate the group? Where can we find the people that sent you to assassinate the group? What are your boss and the group that killed you competing over? What do you know about the group that you were after that killed you?
Perhaps not reminding it that it's dead.
I don't think it can learn anything additional. I don't think it can. Oh wait, I don't actually know that.
Yeah, you have no idea, Owana.
Still, like,
Sneak rolled the
if-
check.
It's still, I just,
So-
I don't like the idea that be like, look, this group killed you. I need to know about them. It's
So,
just,
yes,
I'd
let me
be rather upset if I was killed.
let me ask it this. Let me say it this
Reasonable.
way: you want someone in disguise to ask this question.
Different person.
Yeah.
Obviously, one of us isn't casting this magic, so we just get whoever is doing it for us to ask the questions.
We could,
So even the person asking for you to ask the questions, if that person were to say who sent you, that person, this dead person's going to answer the person's asking. They have to have a reference on the group. So going back to what I'm saying, if you have someone that's, even if we have someone that's asking the question that's not part of the group, they're going to need to know a reference of who the information is for.
or we could set up the scenario where the person who's asking the questions just says, I found your body. And we're looking for who.
I don't think that's how it works. The body doesn't give a shit. You're just using magic to get the body to tell you what the body knows. It still knows who killed it, so it would be less responsive to one of us. But
And again, the person that is going to be asking will be in disguise. So even though reminding it that they were killed by a group, the person asking wouldn't be.
The body doesn't care. It's just a vessel that holds experiences. You're just asking it to divulge those experiences. The only issue comes that it knows who killed it, so it might be a little more hostile. Hostile, it can't do anything about it, but it might be less compliant to someone who actively participated in its death. If it doesn't know, then all is well.
This is so much easier when the thing is living and I could shoot out a kneecap.
I
Jesus
agree.
fuck.
Is that something you do?
Sterling, you talk.
Yes.
Just
Yes, and then normally I'll actually have someone heal it, but heal it crooked.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, it does.
I like you more and more every day, but fuck.
Alternatively, why don't we just go ask the people who will be performing this service how it works, instead of trying to figure it out by ourselves?
wait. You
Without
think
any
NPCs can offer you information? What the fuck?
Oh, yes. Ask them, read the instructions. So look at you. No, I
I
think that
mean,
we should probably do that.
I wish I could speak to the dead. I just can't.
Well, and anything done with the arcane is beyond me, so I'm having to rely on everyone else's input. So maybe having a professional's input would help as well.
Sure.
There certainly aren't any of those in this group of people.
That
So
is
is
I
that-
was professional, thank you.
So is it decided then we go ask advice and they do the questions?
Sure, let's head out. Now, should we go on foot? I think that's probably more reasonable.
But aren't we going to head from there straight back?
Oh, okay.
It depends on what my notes say. Hang on one second.
Consult the holy notes.
Holy notes. We still have to understand what the connection is between this, if there is one, as well as what all's happening here on the coast in Trent. So I think our best plan to do that is here, unless we hear it directly from this person's mouth.
Yes, but we were told not to go to seek Trent at this point until we get everything satisfied.
I wasn't
true.
planning on walking up to him and asking him what he's doing here. We can still investigate otherwise.
We were advised not to confront him. I think because our Flamio friend has taken a refuge in Trent's shadow. I think contact with him is available. We just have to.
Somebody has to know what he's doing here. My suggestion is if there are any maids around the Marquise. The maids know everything.
That is a good line of reasoning. I think we might be able to get some useful information out of them if they're willing to speak with us.
Thank you, Princess
Or-
Diaries.
Or
It's,
if we're a bit more serious, they don't need to be willing.
this is also. I
Um,
would any maid
as
serving Mr. X.
if we choose to go the route of Owen, let's not pick an innocent.
Or maybe just let me talk to them first before you start mutilating their kneecaps.
So then I started blasting.
Pew pew.
There's certain ways of handling these things that leave both parties happy.
Right. Of
Mhm.
course there are. This is
in such
That's how
a-
I handle rather uncooperative subjects. But if we
What
can
were you
get them
saying,
to be
Steve?
cooperative,
cooperate with you, Taryn.
Hmm?
Yeah.
I can't imagine why anyone would ever not cooperate with you.
I'm just so friendly, ain't I?
Unfortunately, I have a feeling that in a mission such as this, the idea of innocent is no longer a luxury we can afford.
As my reasoning there was, say if we happened to make contact with, say, a maid or someone who worked in the household, something like that. But if it happens to be anyone in Trent's service, well, my belief is guilty by association.
Well, oh dear. Okay, let's go.
Only varying degrees of guilt.
So, I assume you all are traveling this entire discussion?
Yes.
Okay. It
But
takes
we're
you...
whispering,
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
keeping it to ourselves.
Well, oddly enough, this road is not very heavily trafficked. You have to go around to the northern end of Port Zune to get out to an open field that you just travel against down these very, very vastly large rows of headstones. You seem to be traveling through an incredibly large cemetery. And off in the distance, you all do see a very lovely dark wooden estate that has a hulking tree in the center of it, maybe some type of courtyard that's being protected, and a separate chapel that is adorned with the symbology of the Raven Queen herself. As you are approaching, you do see that there appears to be a handful of Selezos out here.
Yeah, I was going to try. Sorry, can I just, before you, I don't want to interrupt you. But,
Sure.
as we're traveling at this point, I'm going to get in the back of the wagon and I cast Disguise Self and make myself look like an old sea elf woman.
Okay. You see a handful of Selezos outside who are currently working together with moving large objects. There's a man in brown clothing, slick black hair with glasses over their eyes. The sleeves of their undershirt is rolled up over the cuffs of their brown jacket as they are instructing the Selezos in what they are doing. Standing beside that individual, you do see that there appears to be a individual with all black clothing and then a large streak of purple through their hair, and their right arm has this purple lace that sits against it, kind of like a coif, just lying down against it down to about the wrist. And as you are approaching, the brown-jacketed individual looks at all of you. I would like Sterling to give me a history check.
We haven't had our break yet, have we? Or did we?
Not yet.
Okay.
12. The individual certainly looks familiar. They are wearing Empire garbs, to be sure. But you don't really know who they are. And as the Selezo approaches over towards you, sorry everybody, but the church here is temporarily shut down.
Well, that's just unfortunate. We have someone here who needs to make arrangements
Well,
fairly soon.
it is very unfortunate, and we are sorry about the inconvenience. However, there is an ongoing investigation here that we are trying to handle. So,
Is there anyone we could speak to just very quickly? Who's in the charge of the Raven Queen?
Yes, let me see if she is available. The individual begins walking back, and they stop over at the woman with the streak of purple in her hair, and she looks over, very old-looking half-elf. Now that they position their face to you, you see the tips of their ears are peeking out of their hair. And then she starts wandering over towards you all. Hello. My name is Teresa. I am very sorry for the inconvenience, but we cannot host any funerals today.
Well, thankfully, we don't need one today. We were hoping that you could help us with something else, though.
I am remarkably busy right now.
I'll gesture to Sterling, who's not Sterling right now.
It's okay. We can come back tomorrow.
Well, perhaps, could we help in some way to
Oh dear,
alleviate your burden?
We shouldn't trouble them today. We should seriously come back tomorrow.
I would recommend a week before you come back.
Oh, well. Yes, I hope I have that long, but that's okay. We'll come back next week.
If it is meant to be conveyed, you'll be able to come back. She pats you on the shoulder. I apologize for the inconvenience, but I am new to this location, and I still have a lot of setting up to get done. If you need something like rites, I can perform that for you tonight. But
What's your name, dear?
Teresa.
Thank you, Teresa. You said maybe at night then.
Where are you staying?
We actually don't have a place to stay. We haven't gotten that far into setting up roots here.
She looks at you all, looks at the old woman, and just sighs. If you all can follow some simple instructions, we can allow you to stay inside of the church for the time being.
That would be quite appreciated, ma'am.
But you have to stay inside of the chapel itself. We are ongoing a very tedious investigation. So,
of course.
we cannot have you getting in the way of the gods.
Anything that you require of us.
They smile, nod, and begin escorting you over towards the chapel. The individual with the brown clothing approaches. Madame Teresa, do you mind telling me what's going on? This lady needs a place to stay for the evening, and I've decided that they will stay here inside the chapel. Madame, you are fully aware that we are not supposed to be allowing anybody on the premises right now, correct? Yes, I am aware. But these people are not seeking harm. They are here to rest. And if they get out of line, there is a reason they sent me here. He eyes up each of you very, very carefully, till his eyes kind of linger on Taryn for a moment and tilts his head. Very well.
Is it because she's short?
He puts his hands behind his back, looking at all of you, and immediately stands much taller and more assertively. So, if any of you act out by the power of the Empire, I will be sure that you are removed from any situation or equation. These are trying times that we are trying to assist with right now, and we do not have the need for anybody to get in the way. Understood?
Clearly, thank
I
you, sir.
understand.
Good. Madame, if you need anything, be sure to speak up, and I will assist you immediately. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Would you like some pastrami? Charlie, give him some pastrami.
No, thank you, ma'am. I am fine. He nods.
Sterling pulls out like the old butterscotch candies.
But it's pastrami. I am
Yeah,
very
have
well.
some meats.
Thank you very much. And they just walk away.
Suspicious meats.
She opens up the chapel and brings you all inside. So, I will bring in some linens for all of you to be able to be more comfortable. Please rest up. Dinner will be served in roughly 4 hours.
Oh, we get dinner.
Of course.
Are there like private cubicle type things?
Oh, no,
or-
it's just an open chapel, so you're stuck
Okay.
with pews and
Okay.
yeah. They're bringing in linens, but
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I've slept in
Where-
those.
yeah.
Where are the where I can powder my nose?
There is a room over to the right-hand side. In there, you'll see everything that you need.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome. If you need anything, please just knock on the door. I will be sure that a Celezo is outside waiting for you. Have a good evening. She escorts
Thank
herself
you.
out.
Thank you, ma'am.
And with all of you inside of here, I think this is where we're actually going to be going on break. So we will be right back.